Rescue of kidnapped victims. On 6th of January 2024 along Ogogo Opi Road, Enugu State. Kidnappers accosted a car coming from Nsukka. Personnel of PMF 76 of the Nigerian Police Force on pinned down in front of their base, led by one of the officers, confronted the criminals and engaged them in a fierce gun battle, which led to the rescue of 3 kidnapped victims. While one of our operatives sustained bullet injury in the crossfire, and of course is recuperating in one of our medical facilities in that state. Void of kidnapping attempt. On 7th of January 2024, armed bandits in their numbers attacked Wama village, Kofi local government of Katsina State, to kidnap the residents of the village, but was strongly repelled by men of the force who were deployed to the area by the Commissioner of Police in charge of Katsina State. And of course, in a similar case of rescue of victim, on the same 7th of January 2024, armed terrorists blocked Sheme Kankara Road by Maraba village, Faskari local government in Kano State, and opened fire on the moving of 3 wagons with registration number JEG A34XA and aborted passengers of the vehicle. Joint operatives comprising the police and military personnel combed the scene, engaged the hoodlums in a fierce gun battle, and rescued all the passengers unhurt, while one soldier who was also on transit sustained gunshot wound. And of course, he's been attended to and is doing well and recuperating. Arrest of kidnappers and rescue of kidnapped victims. On 7th January 2024, at about 8 p.m., a group of armed bandits attacked Barre village in Kankara local government, Katsina State, injured 3 persons, roasted over 200 animals, and kidnapped some people. Upon receipt, police operative rushed to the scene, engaged the hoodlums in a gun battle, where 7 of them were neutralized. All the kidnapped victims were rescued unhurt, and the hoodlums were forced to release the roasted animals, and also a Bajaj motorcycle was recovered from them. Rescue of kidnapped victims on 13 January 2024 at about 17:43 hours. A distress call was received that one 18-seater bus coming from Owerri to Port Harcourt was attacked by unknown gunmen between Umuanwa Ubima Road before customs checkpoint. Police operatives immediately moved to the scene and engaged the kidnappers, where 10 victims were rescued and reunited, and since been reunited with their families. Hostage rescue and apprehension of kidnappers. On 16 January 2024, at about 11:45 hours, following incredible intelligence, a team of joint operatives stormed a kidnapper hideout at Orokam Forest in Benue State. The kidnappers, upon sighting the team, engaged them in a gun battle. One of the kidnappers was fatally wounded, and his AK-47 rifle, loaded with several rounds of ammunition, was recovered. 10 victims held hostage were rescued, while 2 kidnappers were arrested. One Yaro Maina, 20-year-old, and Ayaro Nafal, age 23-year-old, both of Kogi State. They were both identified by the victims as associates of the kidnappers, and they frequently visited them in the forest. Rescue of kidnapped victims. These are all many cases that we have. We have almost 17 cases across the country. I don't want to bore you with all this, but we are going to give you the write-up so that you can have some of these facts for your own stories. But it's important that I say this again here. A case of foiled self-kidnapping plot. On the 22nd January 2024, at about 19:30 hours, one Amzad Abubakar male of Aguada, Nasarawa State, reported the kidnap of his sister, one Raina Abubakar female, by unknown men. After a series of negotiations, which later settled at 100,000 naira only, the complainant, on the same date, at about 22:00 hours, took the agreed sum to the agreed location and was met by the alleged kidnapped sister, who came out to collect the money herself. Upon realization of the failed self-kidnapping plot, she was immediately arrested. You recall that on 23rd of January, the force made a statement informing Nigerians of the new trend of staged kidnapping. This is another trend that we need to take note of. We have cases in Federal Capital Territory where a man staged his own kidnapping. We have cases in Lagos State. This is another case from Nasarawa State. So we want to urge Nigerians to always contact the police and security operatives when people raise alarm of kidnapping, particularly in a very controversial circumstance. It's our job to identify, to know and engage them, whether it is staged kidnapping or real kidnapping. But we need to alert Nigerians that this trend is coming up. People leveraging on some of these isolated cases of kidnapping we have recorded, and they want to live fast on this game. It's a dirty game, and of course we always thought their efforts to give us wrong information or to state kidnapping in Nigeria. I want to go straight to some of the cases we are having here today. Today's presentation is not only about unveiling the faces behind the crimes, but also a testament to the effectiveness of our ongoing efforts to dismantle criminal networks and protect the well-being of Nigerians. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, before you are some of our recovered arms and ammunition, 3 GPR chargers, AK-47 rifles, Type 06 rifles, locally fabricated rifles, pistols, locally fabricated pump actions, 504 pieces of AK-47 live ammunition, and 100 pieces of AA ammunition, that is anti-aircraft ammunition. And of course, within the space of 2 weeks, we have made 154 rescues of kidnapped victims. 154 rescues of kidnapped victims. And a total number of 129 kidnapped suspects arrested, including those that were neutralized during our video rescue operations. We have 17 suspects to parade here today. Those who have been arrested in connection with cases ranging from kidnapping, culpable homicide, rape, armed robbery, unlawful possession of firearms, and of course extortion. The first case I'm going to roll out this morning or this afternoon, neutralization of notorious kidnapping syndicates. In the early hours of today, 26th of January 2024, at about 1:40 a.m., operatives of the Department of Force Intelligence (IRT) engaged some armed bandits within the axis of, that is, Buhari/Kaduna area in a fierce gun battle, and neutralized 3 of them, including their gang leader, known as Meigemo, aka Godara. He's a popular kidnapper His name is everywhere on our internet, on our platforms. But I want to announce that this early hour today, Megemu, aka Godara, has been neutralized with other members of his gang. We can say without missing words that the gang and his camp have been destroyed in that area. The gangs and many others who ventured into crime and kidnapping in Buhari, border communities between Federal Capital Territory and Kaduna and Nasarawa State, linking to Kaduna, almost main forest there, particularly Kadu and other forests or camps of kidnappers, should know that they would never know peace again in those areas, as our concerted efforts have been intensified to make sure we decimate all of them. The second case is arrest of gun running syndicate, Ibrahim Hussein, male, Abdullahi Ali, male, Salahu Ali, male. Are they here? The IPOs, please present them for me. On the 24th January 2024, operatives of IRT worked based on intelligence, intercepted a group of persons along the popular ABUJA Kaduna Expressway who were suspected to be major suppliers of arms and ammunition to bandits operating in Niger State, Zamfara State, Kaduna State, and parts of the Federal Capital Territory. The suspect, upon arrest and consequent interrogation, confessed to the crimes. One of the suspects, Ibrahim Hussein, is currently in custody, while the other two suspects, they are all here now because they were on the field with the operative before, but they are here. You can see them. I don't want in that those ones, those recovered fabricated, those four. We recovered 504 AK, live AK-47 ammunition from them, 100 anti-aircraft ammunition, and 3 DPR charges from these suspects. Hussein, where's Hussein? Give her a microphone. Criminal conspiracy and illegal fabrication or possession of firearms. Pam Chong, male. Please bring them for me. Jacob Franklin, am I right? Male. The two of them are from the South Local Government of Plateau State. These are the fabricators and gun runners I discussed with you earlier on, that we just got the case this morning. On the 21st of January 2024 at about 11:50 hours, an intelligence was received from our unit that the syndicate, about the activities of the syndicate of gun fabricators to gun runners operating in Plateau State. We received all the information, special duty in the state tract of the information. Our IRT men stormed into action and of course were able to arrest these suspects, Pam Chong and Jacob Fagner, both male of different addresses in just South Local Government. During the investigation, they said Jacob Chong confessed that he has been in the business of fabricating locally made revolver guns for the past 5 years. While they said Jacob Fagner bought 2 of the guns from him at the rate of 40,000 and 50,000 respectively. 4 locally made fabricated revolver guns of G3 ammunition and cartridges carrier calibers were recovered from the said Pam Chong. Which one is Pantong? Bashi microphone now. Can you speak English? Eh?
No.
You speak pidgin? You can speak pidgin, small. Akoi. What is your name?
Pam Chuan.
Pam Chuan. Where are you from?
From just south.
From just south.
Yeah.
For how long have you been doing this business of making guns?
An kashe dan wana ni welding ne shin ni na
shekara nawa kana yin wannan aikin?
Kai shekara biyu ba.
Shekara na?
Shekara ɗaya ne na fara don na welder ne.
What do you say? About a year plus now. What led you to this business?
An kashe kane na ne, mu biyu ne an kashe shi. Dalilin da ni na saya na ce kai Fulani da suna wajen na ce ni ba zan iya in saya zuwa kashe ne haka ba.
Isn't it talk? Yes. They killed one of his brother and that's why he ventured into that.
Yes.
Okay. But you have been selling these guns for long.
No, when I said that one abokina ne muna vigilante, shi hunter ne vigilante ne. Shi ne na ce bari gyara mashi.
You did?
Na said mashi.
Okay, that is the only sold to this man.
Yes.
That is the only person he has sold to.
Who give him authority to make it do the gun and the sell?
Ba wanda ya bani authority.
But tell her, you know, it's not a criminal offense to do.
Na san laifi ne.
You know.
Na san.
I see they do am. I mean a devil.
Eh? Laifi ne.
And you are doing it. Who taught you how to design the guns and how you make them? Who taught you? Did you go to school? Are you a graduate?
Ba koya mun ba.
Okay, he said he was not taught that. It's just trial and error and he got to that.
Okay, gentlemen of the press, you are going to see the guns when we get there. So what do you want government to do for you?
So you mana taimako.
Government to forgive you.
Yes.
Okay. I will relay your message to the government of Nigeria. They will decide on what to do with you. But you have committed an offense. And we think with this, we will charge you to court and do what we should under the law. But if there's a way, there's anything they want to do about you, because you're actually going after those who fabricate these guns for people locally, they do us more harm than good. Those who are talented should be helpful to the government, to our security operatives or agencies, so that we can have more of them on our side. But because of what they want to gain, peculiar gains of economic gains, they have decided to be fabricating and making fine, beautifully looking guns that they sell to wrong hands and criminals who are killing innocent Nigerians, killing our security operatives. We will continue to go after them. It is not my duty or the duty of the police to say we want to do something for them, but we can only discuss on what we do so that possibly we can deliberate on how to curb the fabrication of these locally, these guns in Nigeria. It's very common in that area, and we have arrested many of them. We are still going to arrest more. Arrest of kidnappers. Mamuda Akilo, Alhaji Saleh Samaila, Sahabi Abubakar. Are they here? They recovered locally fabricated assault guns from them and AK-47 ammunition. In the aftermath of the arrest of Mamuda Akilu, following a petition lodged by one Alhaji Saleh Samaila of Tandama village in the danger area of Katsina State. A stalling twist has emerged. Mahmoud Akilu, upon apprehension, voluntarily provided a statement that not only implicated Alhaji Saleh, also led to the discovery of a locally fabricated assault gun, accompanied by 8 rounds of AK-47 ammunition on the 24th of January 2024. Subsequent intelligence gathering efforts resulted in the apprehension of 2 additional suspects believed to be members of Alhaji Saleh's syndicate. Sahabi Abubakar, one of the arrested individuals, confessed to his involvement in the kidnapping of Alhaji Bature from Tandama. He also disclosed that Alhaji Saleh Samaila, along with one Abdusala and other accomplices, orchestrated the kidnapping of Alhaji Saleh. Where's Alhaji Saleh? Rashimana.
Salamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Ni ba kinafa bane.
You said what?
Tsakanina da Allah ni ba kinafa bane. Ban san abin da aka yi wannan ba Allah ba.
You said what?
Ni ba kinafa bane.
But come, you ask him. You wrote petition to the police.
Ni petition.
Reporting. What is the name of the second guy?
Ni na yi ma Mahmud petition domin ya ce zai kashe ni. Sakamakon suna haɗa kai da 'yan sa kai suna kashe jama'a haka nan wa'inda ba su ji ba su gani ba, kuma a bincika a jini dun Najeriya ba wanda zai ce ga laihina na naira 5 ban taba zuwa ko wurin mai unguwa.
Okay, talk, Jirani, Ankale. What did he talk?
Okay, I wrote petition against Mahmouda that Mahmouda is collaborating with armed bandits.
But they arrested you in your house. They recovered one gun and ammunition. Ask them. What did they do? What did that one they do?
Alhamdulillah, bindigar da aka kama ni da ita garin mu aka zo. Garin mu aka zo aka kinafin din kanin mu.
That they came to their village to come and kidnap. That they came to their village to come and kidnap one of the brother.
Da aka kinafin din kanin mu shine masu mai unguwan mu yace to ya kira mu yace kowa ya zo ya sai abinda zai dan gwamna ya ce kowa ya sai abinda zai tsare gidan shi sakamakon da mu da matan mu da ƴaƴan mu ba mu kwana cikin gidajen mu ko kadan shi yasa muka sai wannan abi kuma bana shekara 4 kenan tunda aka yi wannan aiki.
That after the kidnap of his brother, the village head now asked them, from what they heard from the governor, that if they can get anything to protect themselves with, that was how he acquired the AK-47 rifle.
Where did he get the AK-47 rifle?
Kuma ni me yake nan? Bindigan nan inda na sawo shi can arewa da Bakole na sawo shi makeri ne ke yin shi.
Okay, he said he got it from one locally made fabricator that is into from Kasinako.
Naira 30,000 na saye ta.
I bought it for 30,000.
Okay, you can hear from him that proliferation of arms is a problem that we need to collectively tackle in this country. That they just buy arms as if they buy biro or do not. And that's why the IGP has given a marching order to all our tactical squads to go after these criminally minded elements to mop up arms from wrong hands so that we can have a safer society in this country. Criminal conspiracy, kidnapping, murder, and long possession of firearms. Abubakar Idris from Angwa Gede, Federal Capital Territory. Kabiru Sulaiman, male, from Dikoi, Phase 4, Abuja. On January 25, 2024, I think that was yesterday, a decisive operation conducted by IRT operatives based on incredible intelligence, resulted in the arrest of 2 individuals. Abubakar Idris from Mangwa Gede, Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, and Kabiru Sulaiman from Jikoi, Phase 4, Abuja. The deal forms a notorious kidnapping syndicate operating within the Federal Capital Territory and its environs. In 2023, Abubakar Idris led a syndicate armed with AK-47 rifles in the kidnapping of Dan Baije, male, in the ABUJA area of the Federal Capital Territory. It's a known case. Their criminal endeavor was thwarted by the military in a gunfight resulting in the loss of 1 gang member, late Janga, and the fortunate escape of the victim. The cell syndicate, spearheaded by Abubakar Idris and Kabiru Sulaiman, was responsible for a kidnapping incident at the Tudun Uku Aziz of Nasarawa State in April 2023. This syndicate is also implicated in the kidnapping and subsequent murder of Sakin Tinsia in Kankara local government of Katsina State earlier in 2024, which means this year. So we have here Abubakar and his colleague who are perpetual kidnappers who have taken kidnapping as a serious business. And it seems they are highly recalcitrant. Abubakar Idris, give a mic. What is your name?
Abubakar Idris.
Abubakar
Idris.
Which town are you from? Which town are you from? Abuja here? Are you?
They born you for Abuja here.
They born you for Abuja here?
Yes.
For how long you been staying in Abuja?
Gidamangoro.
For how many years you been in Abuja?
40. I have 43 years.
You are 43 years old now.
Yes.
For how long have you been in kidnapping in Abuja and its environs?
Sir? Abokina sun taba kai ni Abaji 2015.
2015. You've been to kidnapping.
Yeah.
For your friend took you to Abaji for kidnapping business. So you've been to the business in 2015. How many people have you kidnapped so far? How many kidnapping have you carried out?
Ni na taba jiwa da shi a wannan lokacin. Sun ja ni jiwa wannan lokacin mun je Abaji. Mun je Abaji mun dauki mutumin. Shine muka dawo muka bar mutum biyu. Shine yaushe gari sojoji suka bi daji. Suka same su da mutumin. Suka halbe wanda yake renonsa da mutumin wanda yake
What is answer? What are you talking now? All together.
In 2015, they kidnapped somebody around the ABUJA area. That soldiers later followed them, but they were not able to get them.
But now we have got you. Gentlemen of the press, you can see that since 2015, he has been in kidnapping in the Federal Capital Territory. But with the renewed efforts of the police to make sure the Federal Capital Territory is safe, and every community in Nigeria is safe, we have been able to arrest Abubakar Idris, who has been in the business for the past since 2015. And this is for the Federal Capital Territory residents to know that the game is still on. We are doing what we should on a daily basis to make sure these kidnappers and criminally minded elements are apprehended. And for some of them that are smart enough, can leave Abuja, leave our state, leave Nigeria. They can go to anywhere they want to go to. But they should know that the game is up. Thank you. Baka? Another case is criminal conspiracy, armed robbery, and culpable homicide. Yusufa Baka. Is he here? Adamu AK Smolly, all from Shandam local government in Plateau State. This case I have interest in this case because the operatives of IRT have been so wonderful. They use footprint to trace this suspect. You see the shoe on that table and the jacket with blood stain. They saw the shoe, they did the analysis of the print, and they went after this suspect. Did analysis of the blood stain on that jacket on the table there, and arrested this suspect. We are moving away from analog way of policing to digital, and we are embracing forensic investigation to get our job done easily. And I can say on this note that we are making more effort to have more forensic laboratories in Nigeria that will make scientific investigation or forensic investigation easier for operatives. On 17th January 2024, at about 16:00 hours, one Saliu Jero, the deputy chairman Meyeti Allah Cattle Breeder Association of Nigeria Plateau State Chapter, reported to IRT operatives on special duty in the state that on the same date, at about 12 midnight, unknown gunmen invaded the house of one Alhaji Adamu Muhammadu Ringim at Owad Village, Shandam local government, Plateau State, shot and slaughtered the said Alhaji Ringim. After robbing him and his family of his phone and not specified amount of money. During investigation, one Yusuf Abubakar aka Jagir and Adamu aka Smolly, both of different addresses in Shandam local government of Plateau State, and Gidan Buba Asakoi, Nasarawa State, were arrested in connection with the case. The suspect confessed to the crime, while the deceased technophone and SIM cards were recovered from the said Smolly. When Yusuf Abubakar was arrested, he mentioned one Makao Aruna and Ayuba Musa, who are both nephews to the deceased, are the people that sent him to kill the victim, but later retracted his statement and said it was a pure case of armed robbery planned and executed by himself, and said Adamu, that aka Smolly, and one Ibrahim Adamu aka Janda, now at large, which later resulted to culpable homicide. We have the case of armed robbery, criminal conspiracy, and culpable homicide because a life was lost in that operation. With the footprint of the deceased, they were able to trace this suspect, which led to the arrest of Yusufu Abubakar. Where is Yusuf Abubakar? Give him now. What is your name?
Yusuf Abubakar.
Where are you from?
Shandam Pilato.
From Shandam Plateau.
Shandam Plateau. Why did you kill Alhaji?
Mun je mu karba kudi a wajen shi ne sai
They went to his place to go and to rob him.
Why did you kill Alhaji?
mun je mu karba kudi a wajen shi ne sai janda ya harbe shi.
Okay, that they went to rob him, then Jandam now shot him.
Okay, the second guy shot him. The Jandam is at large, so we are looking for Jandam. So how much did you take from Alhaji?
2,000 ne na amsa a wajen shi da wani sanji ba mu kirga ba.
They may?
Da dan wani sanji a kai ba mu kirga ba.
Okay, there is only 2,000 naira I collected from him and some change on top that they did not count.
But you know, say Alaji don't die.
A lokacin da zanda ya harbe shi ba, lokacin sai na tafi. To daga bayan sanda gari ya waye ne mun ji ya mutu.
After shooting, why soke shi da wuka?
A ban soke shi da ba ni ba ne.
Wa ko wanda ya soke shi da wuka, wane ne ya soke shi da wuka?
Inda janda da ya harbe shi sai ya sai man in shiga cikin ɗakin nema kuɗin.
Okay, that Jandam was the one that shot him, but he was the one that entered into the house to look for money. So he did not know what.
After Alaji was shot, Alaji was still stabbed. Who stabbed Alaji?
To lokacin da na shiga sai na ɗauka wayan da kuɗin sai na fita, sai na koma gefe. To ni na ɗaga shi ne yana kunshi sai na ɗaga shi.
Okay, I only carried him up, but that when they shot the Alaji, that he went into the Alaji's house to go and search for money or any other valuables.
After they shot Alaji, did you notice Alaji was dead?
Yes, he confirmed.
Before he left, so they ran away.
Okay, that when they shot him, he has not died. He did not die.
He didn't die immediately. Okay, thank you. That's all. That's all. The arrest of dangerous Adamu Idris. On the 10th of September 2023, the suspect alongside 3 others, currently at large armed with dangerous weapons, attacked a complainant named Wittel, who is a boat driver, who was conveying a passenger from Galadimawa to Maitama along Kabusa Road. The suspect and his squad kidnapped the rider while the passenger escaped. They received a ransom of 300,000 naira before granting the victim his freedom. Upon investigation and arrest, it was discovered that the suspect was a fugitive from the prison facility in Jos, Plateau State, for conviction on a case of assault. The suspect voluntarily confessed to the offenses of being among the syndicate that kidnapped the victim in September 2023. Yakubu Adamu Idris. Give him. For how long where are you from?
Na fito daga Jos ne.
You are from Jos?
Yes.
Then what are you doing in Abuja?
Na zo wurin babana ne.
I came to his father's place.
Your father stays in Abuja?
Yana zama Abuja ne?
Yana zama Abuja ne.
Where is he now?
Na da shi yake yanzu nan.
Yanzu shi yana na makanin shi muna can muna tare da su. Shi babana kenan.
Okay, that is his father that is in Abuja, so he came to visit his father.
He came to visit his father. Then how did you jump into kidnapping? Who introduced you to the business of kidnapping?
Ya ka shiga aikin kidnapping.
Yanda na shiga shine Ibrahim Muhammad muna tare da shi da a prison na Jos shine ya bani lamban shi. Ibrahim Muhammad da muna tare da shi a prison na Jos din.
Okay, that I was in prison with Ibrahim Mohammed in Jos. It was that Ibrahim Mohammed that introduced him to.
Inside the prison, Ibrahim Mohammed introduced him to kidnapping while in custody.
Wait, the kuke prison ne aka sa ka aikin kidnapping?
Sai da nan fita.
Okay, that they were out of prison. They got to know each other from prison. Just.
Okay, they met in the prison, and when they were outside the prison, that Ahmed introduced him to kidnapping. Since when has he been to kidnapping?
Ni ban taɓa kidnapping ba, wannan karon ne kawai so ɗaya.
It's the first timer that he has not. That this is the first time he's into the.
Then why did you go after a cab driver? Why did you choose that cab driver as your target?
When me sa kabi me tuka mota.
Shi Ibrahim Muhammad muna tare da shi shine ya tare shi ya ce rike wannan bawan Allah.
Okay, that it was Ibrahim Muhammad that stopped the man that he should hold the cab driver.
Okay. Did you recover the money from them? They kidnapped the ransom.
Okay, no.
Okay, so you still owing us 300,000 naira that they collected from the.
Ni dai sun bani 50,000 ne sun tafi da sauran kudin.
Okay, he said that they only gave him 50,000. That Ibrahim Muhammad went with the.
So Ibrahim Muhammad is your boss.
Where shine waganka ko?
Shine oga.
Senior organic. Okay. What took you to prison in the first instance?
An ce me kai ka gidan yari da ka sadu da Ibrahim Muhammad.
Wannan 2017 ne an yi sallah lokacin to muna zuwa wasan sallah. Shine an je ana ta wasa har wasu sun tada fada polisa sun zo za su ga me ya faru shine kuma polisa sun zo sun kama mu shine abun dalilin da yasa na je can kenan.
In 2017, during Salah celebration, that something happened that led to his arrest, that took him to prison.
What happened?
Akwai wanda sun yi fada har ma an ji mun ciwo a lokacin shine daga garin polisa sun zo kuma zan nuna musu an ji mun ciwo shine sun hada da ni sun kai station.
According to him, they were rounded up. That after a fight, they were all rounded up, and it led to him being incarcerated.
Okay. Look to the antecedent of Adamo Idris. Perhaps what led to the arrest then and the prosecution that took him to the prison facility in Jos. Is a message to people in the Federal Capital Territory, particularly both our cab drivers, to be watchful of people around them. While you do your business, be watchful and mindful of your passengers and people around you. We'll continue to go after this element. We make sure Abuja becomes safer for all of us. This matter is still on. I think you still have many suspects to get. Kidnapping. Bashir Ibrahim, 16-year-old. Okay, the next one, kidnapping attempted murder. Emmanuel Amos. Did I know you? This case happened on 17th December 2023 at about around 10 a.m. The suspect deceived his niece, Zabi Yosef, female 9 years, and kidnapped her to an uncompleted building, tied her up, and demanded the ransom of 500,000 naira, which later forcefully made her to take insecticide and attempted to kill her. You can see another typology of kidnapping here. He has demanded for money, yet administered poison to her to kill her. The suspect was arrested on 29th December 2023, just 2 days after, at Buhari Area Council FCT, and upon investigation has confessed to committing that crime. I think he has taken operatives out on investigation activity, but that is the case that he kidnapped his niece and 9-year-old for that matter. This is another message to our parents to take care of their children, young ones. Don't take them into any custody of individuals you don't trust, and we need to keep watch on our children. It is very, very important. Criminal conspiracy and kidnapping. Salisu Abdullahi. Around August 2023, there was a reported case of kidnapping around the Idu Karimu in Abuja. Working based on intelligence, operatives of the Federal Capital Territory Command and the kidnapping unit swung into action and got wind of a prime suspect being spotted at a hospital at Tasham, Gwagwa, and immediately went to apprehend him. During interrogation, he confessed to being part of a kidnapping syndicate, and along with this syndicate, have carried out multiple kidnapping operations in the Idu Karimu Oasis of the Federal Capital Territory. He also confessed that their ringleader, one Bademi, male, was the one who kidnapped some security operatives and the chief of Guruku and received a ransom of 20 million naira from the hostage before his release. Of this sum, the suspect was to relay the sum of 1.5 million naira to the ringleader's family, but absconded with it. The suspect also confessed to 2 different kidnappings, where they collected the sum of 400,000 naira from one of the victims, while the other managed to escape. Salisu Abdullahi. Which state are you from?
Where you go, Nijar?
Bauchi.
You are from Bauchi?
Yes.
When did you get to Abuja?
Banjab. Na kai shekara 15.
I spent about 15 years.
15 years in Abuja. Which side do you live in Abuja?
Gwagwa.
You live in Gwagwa?
Yes.
Since when have you started kidnapping business?
Gaskiya wannan na fara zai kai shekara 3.
It's up to 3 years.
Up to 3 years. Can you remember the number of people you have kidnapped and how many operations you have carried out?
Gaskiya wannan taɓa kidnapping da shi ya rasu shine Baba Tsoho. Daga na Idu sai na Karmu sai na Gwagwa. Mutum ɗaya ne a Idu.
Okay, that kidnapped one person in Idu.
Yes. Shi ma mutum ɗaya.
Okay, in Karimu, one person.
Gwagwa ma mutum ɗaya kuma.
Come, Salisu. When you finish operation and you collected 20 million naira, they said you give 1.5 million naira to your leader, and you still stole that 1.5 million naira and ran away with it. Why?
When the Bugama kidnapping, go and start 20 million. When Kaba ma Oganka 1.5 million. Kuma ka koma wajen Oganka kuma ka je ka sata kudin. Me yasa?
Ni ban je wannan kidnapping din ba. Ni dai ya kira ni a waya in karbi sakon kudi in kai ma matan shi bayan sun karbi kudi. Shine dama mun dan samu matsala da shi. Dama ina mai kiwo ne, so akwai wanda na ta mai kiwo bai bani saniya na ba, shine ni ma na tafi da kudin.
Okay, that he was having a problem with his boss. That he used to work with his boss for a very long time. He used to help him rear cattle. That after some times his boss refused to pay him. So that this kidnapping, that they collected 20 million naira. They gave him 1.5 million naira to take to his boss. He now decided to, boss's wife, now decided to abscond with the money.
You are still stealing your girls' property. You are not lawyer. Saliso.
Yes, sir.
You are still stealing your gun. That's disloyalty. But the major disloyalty is what you have done to Nigeria and Nigerian people. You are from Bauchi, you have come to Abuja, you spent 15 years to come and work, you have been staying there, and you decided to venture into kidnapping. That's the highest disloyalty that you can do to your fatherland, and it's quite unfortunate. I don't need to translate now, that's all right. They hear me. You don't hear me, they don't decide when I call his name, so they hear. The next case, Ibrahim, 32. Sulaiman Umar, 29. Ibrahim Lawali. Others are on the field for investigation, but we have Ibrahim Idris. Is it Ibrahim Idris? On 25th December 2023, one Alhaji Bello Ibrahim of Pape, Abuja, reported at the police station on 20th December 2023 at about 3:30 p.m. that the first suspect, that is Ibrahim, called him and demanded a sum of 10 million naira, or he will be harmed and kidnapped, as they did to his neighbor, one Dr. Lawal, who was shot and his wife kidnapped. Upon receiving this information, the police operatives subsequently lured and worked on intelligence to get the suspect and to be arrested. Upon arrest, Ibrahim Idris voluntarily confessed to being party to the offense and that he was the one who was sent to receive the ransom. Sulaiman Umar, the second suspect, equally confessed to be part of the crime. The third suspect, the driver, who was supposed to deliver the received ransom to one Kabiru in Samvara, who is the mastermind of the threat, extortion, an attack on Dr. Lawa at that time, and kidnapping of his wife. The complainant is currently safe and free from threats. The suspect has threatened the complainant, demanded for ransom of 10 million naira, and referring to a previous case they had done, that is kidnapping they have done, the kidnapping of one doctor who was shot and his wife. This is a message again that when you receive strange calls, threat calls or messages, threat of kidnapping, attack or armed robbery, please don't keep this information. Get across to the police. If the complainant has kept this information or this threat to himself, appealing, begging, negotiating, will not be able to get this syndicate. So when you have been threatened by any suspect, you receive strange calls or you have received strange messages, threat messages, please share this with us. We can assure you we will do the needful to make sure we arrest whoever threatens you. Ibrahim Idris. Which state are you from?
I come from Kogi State.
Huh? Kogi State?
Yes.
Since when have you been in Abuja?
I don't take for Abuja because I come Abuja since 2009.
Go ahead.
So what happened? They said there is one my friend named Kabiru. In comes in tell me say make I go collect money somebody. But he no kidnap. So Kabiru sent me to go collect 2 million for somebody. So he no kidnap the somebody, in getting the somebody number in the column, in saying go kidnap him. So the man agreeing go give him two.
How is Kabiru to you?
Kabiru say my friend.
Your friend?
Yeah.
He no tell you say na kidnapping they do?
He told me.
He told you. What you can't tell him? Which advice you give him?
So when he told me, say make I go collect the money.
When he didn't tell you say they kidnap, what do you tell him? Which advice you tell him?
I not tell her anything.
So you might come join now.
Before we they do, with the tip cow with him 2015.
You dey steal cow before. That's cattle rustling. That's another problem.
Yeah, 2015. So I can't leave the work come back Abuja to stay.
So cow stealing of cow no pay. Now woman being pay you. Okay, thank you. That is Ibrahim. He has confessed again. And you see some of them who come in to the federal capital territory will start with a very, some will start with very good business, while some will come for criminal activities. It is funny because arrest of motorcycle snatcher or snatching gang. Yakubu Audu, Usman Hassan. These people specialize in snatching of Okada. But they don't only snatch, they kill the riders. They have done a lot, and they always snatch a large number. They take them out of Abuja to go and dispose them off, to sell them. That is their own area of specialization. They are not into kidnapping, but their own is they are armed to the teeth and go after Okadas, specifically brand new or those that are looking new. Bajaj products. You know Bajaj is expensive and it's a special product. This is what they do. Yakubu Audu and Usman Hassan. I'm not going to ask you any questions so that I won't waste our time. But for those who are Okada riders in Abuja, watch your passengers, your pillions. Always be careful of those you want to lift. The same thing applicable to cab drivers. Don't be in a rush because you want to pick passengers. Always assess them. Fine, you don't have, maybe you don't have the gadget to know whether they stock guns or cutlasses or weapons under their clothes or jackets. But when we take time to assess many of them, the countenance will speak volume. You see things to take note of and be conscious of those things. It's not compulsory you pick a passenger you are not comfortable with. Once you are not comfortable with a passenger, you can continue your movement. Abuja is a very big city. It's a mega city now because it grows on a daily basis. If you leave a point without picking a passenger, definitely you are going to get your passenger ahead. Don't rush to picking passengers, always assess them. Return them, please. Well, gentlemen of the press, I don't want to bore you with some of these cases. I'm going to share the fact with you. I have almost 20-something cases, but let me just stop at this point and reiterate our commitment to make sure that we will continually update you and update Nigerians on our efforts, making sure that we have a perfect security networking in Nigeria, most especially Federal Capital Territory and in Plateau State. You see, today we have paraded some gun runners and fabricators who empower armed bandits in Plateau State and some other states of the Federation, including Kaduna, Zamfara, and Federal Capital Territory. Once we tackle these gun runners, our battle to curb crimes is almost 80% successful. We know that when we fight gun runners, we fight drug peddlers, we kick against misuse and abuse of drugs, we are almost 80% successful in our fight against crimes and criminality. So we call on Nigerians to please support the police and other security agencies in curbing proliferation of arms, gun running specifically, fabrication of guns and dangerous weapons, drug peddling, misuse and abuse of drugs. Kick against social vices and let us embrace our moral values to make sure that we live together in Nigeria in peace. In unity we can stand. It's for our collective progress and development in all areas. If we work together as a family in this country and we play our roles as civic and of course patriotic Nigerians. The call again is that belief in the police and our security operatives. Let us know that we have a system that is working in Nigeria. When you hear cases and you have cases, report to us. Many of you prefer to keep quiet to yourself, managing security threats within your homes. This will not help us. Speak out, work with us, and we can assure you, we collectively kick against and subdue these criminally minded elements who are causing hardship, pains, and sorrows to us innocent Nigerians in this country. Now we'll go and show you how beautiful some of those guns